Hello everyone, and welcome back! I'm back! Oh, good lord. It's been, I think, like 2 weeks that I've been trying to get my stupid computer to record again. Well, at first I was just trying to get it to turn on. But yes, 2 weeks and lots of trying and figuring out things and having fun. And ta-da! I am back. This, of course, is the BiffaCraft server. You know that because you saw the thumbnail. And yeah, I have been building stuff, but right now I am doing some other things. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog scratching in the background. I really need to give him a bath. It's been a week, but I got him new shampoo, so hopefully he'll stop scratching and messing up my recordings. Well, it's not a mess up, but anyways, I am standing in this little tiny room, and yeah, you can see purple concrete powder there above my head, and then purple concrete right there. That is because, let's see, I will switch over back to you, and whoa, there we go. That is because this piston pushes it by this water thing and out here, and whoa. So I had to show you guys this thing actually working. I don't know why I just heard doors. So it goes like super duper fast. Just wait till you see. I'm switching to yellow, and this is crazy. It's an Il Mango design, and Teeny Bazinga, I'm not certain how you say her name, built it, and then Uncle Matt and I helped her, what do you call it? Troubleshoot it, basically. But I'll switch it on now, and it is really loud on right here, but look at how fast that goes. Oh man. And in just a second, we should see. There it goes. And it harvests. So yeah, wait till I show you what I'm using all this concrete for. But that'll be in the tour in a minute, and I will finish up my yellow stuff and be right back. Okay, just to show you guys a couple of tweaks that I just had to make. If you build the Il Mango design for, I believe he calls this a 99.7% efficient TNT chamber. Yeah, I just found out that this this repeater can get blown up by the TNT. So this block blew up and the repeater fell off, and it happened before that a piece of TNT blew up this piston and all of this, and I had to come up here and replace all of it. But I think it starts because this repeater gets blown up. So when you're building this line, you might consider making it out of TNT. But yeah, anyways, I'm going back to making concrete, then I'll show you what all the concrete's about. Okay, on a server, I don't know if it is the 99.7% whatever, because I've checked all these chests and hoppers and everything. And yeah, these are teeny bazingas. I put in this much purple, and I got out one shulker, and so I lost over half of my powder to this, and powder's expensive. I'm not terribly happy about that. So we'll see, I guess, how the yellow does. Okay, I'd say that's confirmed, because yeah, I'm not gonna get another 2 boxes out of that much concrete. Which is a bummer. I put in 4 boxes of concrete powder, get a little, looks like a little more than 2 boxes of concrete this time. But I've got 2 ideas on why it's messing up. The first is the speed of that piston right there. It's set up so that you can, it's set up to make the thing, set up to make the whole system go really, really super duper fast, which it does, but the server might be seeing it and only registering a little better than half of you placing sand in the system. And the other thing, let's see if I can emulate it right now. Does not look like it. Sometimes blocks will get stuck like right up here on top of this one, and if the TNT goes off while the blocks are above the thing, the entities get destroyed. So because of the server's super duper hyper aggressive stacking, that might contribute to the loss. So yeah, very cool machine. I love it a lot, but I probably am not going to be using it again. Grab my... Yeah, I might not even fill up that box. That's so sad. Anyways, I'm going to clean this out and meet you guys later. Oh yeah, one other thing. I think I said Teeny Bazinga built this thing, but actually I think it was Midnight who built it, and Uncle Matt and I got it working, so correcting earlier mistake. So yeah, dang it. Okay, and here is where all that concrete is going. Woohoo! We're going another 3,000 meters that way, and then like a couple hundred that way. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's gonna be fun. I'm building an amusement park. Oh, somebody left me a present of glowstone. Oh, very nice. I've got, I AFK'd a bunch. Here we go. I AFK'd a bunch at the witch farm, and I'm doing okay, but that is going to be very helpful. I'll have to go get a little bit more redstone to go with it, and yeah, that would be nice. Thank you, whoever left that. Why, no name. You gotta sign this stuff, man. Of course I can. Being a mod, I can do, let's see. Aw, thank you, Void. I appreciate that. I told him I wasn't going to take all of his glowstones, so it looks like he left me half. Anyways, I'm going to give you a quick tour now of the various places that I've built. First farm is down here at the community desert. This is my standard tunnel. This is the tunnel that I always build since nether travel became a big thing. So anytime you see that, you know I built it, probably. Then we're gonna go over here to the Leviathan, and I'll show you that real quick. Then we're going to go over here to the witch farm, which is kind of sad, but I really like the entrance that I made here. It's basically the witch farm with the black back blown out into the nether. And finally, the down here. This is the pièce de résistance, or however you say that. I don't know why I tried. Anyways, I'll see you at the first one. Okay, first farm is the slime farm. let's get rid of that. So yeah, if we come down here, we can see slimes. You got a golem on a cactus, fairly standard stuff. But oh yeah, while I was digging all this out, I mean, look at how crazy deep this is. Just to get up to the surface. We're still going, still going, still going. Oh, and if you saw Biffa's video, this is not lit up because it's half slabbed. You can see through the lighting glitch there that that's only half a block high. But yeah, this is some crazy. The big twist this season, just in case you're not on the server, if you can see under my little mini-map here, yeah, we're at Y184 to get to the surface. And somebody's been out here killing stuff. But yeah, I had to dig all this out. Had a little bit of help from Infern and I think Neuropop. But we dug all this out, and until we got to like Y60, it was all solid sandstone, which is funny because if you look, you can see like that one is solid sandstone, but if you get out a little ways, there's plenty of stuff that's not all sandstone. And while we were digging, we found this triple skelly spawner. And I mean, they didn't spawn just like this. I think you go through like right here and there's a cave and it goes down, around and up and back and comes out to where this double one was. So that was really cool. So you can come here and turn on this switch, and that turns on the spawner, and get all your levels, repair your gear, enchant your stuff, and while you're doing it, you get slimes. This is a shulker loader, so if you want to just sit here AFK and let a shulker box fill up, you, let's see. Whoop. You take your shulker box, this one of course is full of concrete, and place it like that, and it'll get full of slime balls while you're AFK, and that counts as your personal inventory. So anything that overflows comes in a community chest for people who just want to grab a couple stacks or something like that. But yeah, that's the first farm. Over here we got bone storage. Except people have been putting other trash in. So yeah, I am on my way over to the other one. I will see you there. Actually, this is the first tunnel that I've tried to do aesthetic stuff. I think it came out okay. And yeah, the channel stuff, I haven't discussed that. This is like the third or fourth time I've recorded an episode, or tried to record an episode. It's finally working, but yeah, I haven't told you about the channel. I'm going to be shooting for daily videos, but only the Y level, or excuse me, I'm reading Beano. Only Mondays are going to be Minecraft videos. The rest of the week is going to be dedicated to other games that I enjoy. So check in for that, and let me know if there's anything you want to see me play. Here we go. This is where I came up with the shulker loader, so there's a great big sign thing here, and this is the Leviathan, if you've never seen it. And hang on, let me fix something. Okay, better. Now we can see all the guardians up there as they fall. This is my baby. This is one of the first farms that is entirely my design. Wow. That squid never stood a chance, did he? Poor guy. I AFK'd here and filled up all these chests, which people have come in and just taken like crazy, which is unfortunate. But this is a really simple farm, and if you guys want instruction vids on any of these, let me know. What? Oh, it's squid. So this is basically 9 blocks of spawning chamber, and then a funnel down to a drop, and they fall, and ladders are slow, I'm sorry. And they fall into a killing chamber, and all their drops come out here and go around in a great big circle super fast. They get pulled out and spit into individual streams. And we'll go back here, and the individual streams sort of spit them up. They get dematerialized in their dematerialization plates. Oh man. There it goes. And you know, it's actually just a regular old item elevator. But whoa. Then we've got the materialization plates up here. I like to have fun, leave me alone. And whoop, they come by, and of course they're gonna stop. There we go. You can see these work. Shunk. Very simple, very simple. Okay, off to the next one. So, the witch farm is one of my biggest disappointments and one of my biggest triumphs at the same time. And you're about to see why. This is the first farm, the third farm I built, and the first farm that happened during 1.12, which you can kind of tell. I went a little crazy with the terracotta and the concrete. But so you got shulker loaders, and redstone comes in here, and gunpowder, and glowstone, sticks, ladder farm, bottles, spider eyes, and sugar. I wonder how much. Sugar's completely full. There are people who live on speed potions, but over here, if we stand about here, why is that knocked out? That is not good. That is bad. Sorry about that. That's technically griefing, so I had to do some Modly investigating stuff, and we don't like to let people know who did what on the server, just that it's been taken care of. So I got some screenshots and all that, and I've cleared my chat, so you're not gonna know who did it, but I'm gonna bring it up. That's unfortunate. Anyways, you stand about here and the spider starts spinning. If you AFK there, you get string. And of course, string shulker loader. But man, I'm sorry about that, guys. Anyways, the reason this was a big disappointment. A little distracted here. If we come up here, you'll see that there are no actual spawning platforms for the witches. And that is because I built this about 3 times, trying to get it to work. And because the Y level is shifted way up, the actual bounding box for the witch farm is somewhere much further down here. So it would probably be right about here, you know. So if I built the witch farm right about here, this would probably work, but I didn't. Over here you can see my initial diamond mine, and yeah, this is what got it to work. We'll go into 1 for this. So this is my clock, and I've got this new overlay thing from Exuma's Vanilla Tweaks, or whatever he calls it, and you can watch it all count down, and it's super spiffy. I love it. But yeah, you just turn it off, turn it back on, and that comes into here, which you've got 3 non-stackable and 2 stackable things. So you're either going to get a signal strength of 1 if it does a stackable thing, or 3 if it does a non-stackable thing. So 2/5 of the time, you're not going to get a spawn. If you get a spawn, it comes out here, and this just generates a quick pulse, which means that, yeah, you saw that. We just spawned 3 witches, and then you might spawn 2. On 3, this repeater locks that repeater, so just like that. So you only spawn the 3 instead of the 2. And this one you spawn 4 or you spawn 5. And that is really it. This is the simplest little brain that I ever came up with, but I really like my solution here because the surface, because the surface hasn't been optimized, you know, there's all these unlit caves and all that stuff. You don't want a perfect witch farm, so it's spawning about like it would. That's the spider drop. Spiders plunk and over here, and the stuff comes up. But yeah, I guess that's really it for the witch farm. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I was a little disappointed to come in and see things broken. That's never fun. But let's go to the good one. You know what? I'm gonna start back here again. Let's bring you down here. Okay. Because I know another tunnel, and look, hey, we're in another fortress under lava, but right about here, everything explodes and boom! You can barely see anything. But if you look up, this monstrous farm comes into view. And yeah, this is my baby. This is my new baby. Let's see. Nope. Basically, you watch these lights light up. Boom, boom. And this one. Doop. And that one. Doop. And once they get full, which will happen any second now. Now, as this guy falls, and then these guys fall. Nobody on that side. So let's do this. Up here, I've got another one of my nifty little clocks. This one does not have a way to turn it off because there's really no need to. That goes into a monostable, which just goes into this T flip-flop, which means this guy fires, and then that guy fires, and then this guy fires. This is my sequencer. You've got non-stackable items that come into this locked hopper. This torch is locking the hopper. So each non-stackable item gives us another 3 redstone segments until this lights up and resets it. Turns off this torch long enough for all the shovels to drain back in. But you can hear those going as a wave over top of us. You can watch these go. So what's happening there is you've got a sticky piston with a normal piston, and this thing distributes. Man, it's dark. I'm gonna cheaty. No, I'm not. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. Well, yeah. I've got night vision potions back at my base, and I'll throw one out when I get home. So, this thing splits the signal off, and the signal travels down this. It's very important that that's on 1 tick. The rest of these are all on 2. And then that one's on 1 tick. So as the signal travels down that one, it also travels down that one, which pushes the normal pistons out long enough for that to fall. And then these are a spawning platform every you can see, well, you can't really see very well with glass. So you got the spawning platform is 2.5 blocks tall. That's a visual glitch with so they spawn on the tripwire, and that pushes them off into the center, and then they get swept into the center, and then they come down here and they get swept along the side and to the drop tube, and you get all the skulls basically. So this is a variation. I use the observer here because this is a redstone stripe instead of a dot, which means that it wouldn't transfer through the block. So you use an observer, you make sure this guy's on 4 ticks, and yeah, it basically a perfect little crusher. You've got a little longer delay here. You'll see these count down a little bit slower because of the extra comparators. The important thing with this is the comparators always point into the block, and then the redstone dust comparators point the other way. But yeah, this is a perfect example of how this works. You basically AFK anywhere in here, and we have cleared all the way. Oh man, it looks so much better when it's not all pink. But you come up here, you kill your guy, and no skull. Then you take all the valuable stuff out, and press the button, and it auto dispenses. You get a torch locking that hopper. Pressing the button unlocks the hopper long enough for stuff to go in here, and then the auto firing circuit keeps the hopper open for the rest of most of the rest of the stuff to go through. And then while you're waiting for more spawns, boy, that's weird. You put away all the goodies. And yeah, that is my new nifty little. Usually it spawns a lot better than this, but on paper, which is the spigot fork that we're using right now, you get these weird spawning lulls. So every now and then it stops spawning for sometimes as much as 5 minutes, which is kind of stinks, but yeah, there it goes again. Anyhow, I will meet you back over at my tunnel, and I'll show you the future. Here we go. Oh, for crying out loud. So I accidentally duped this box. We're just going to toss it under here. And what I meant to do is grab a potion of night vision, just so you guys know that I'm getting rid of things like I said I would, and we'll let all of that despawn. Oh, yeah, this is my townhouse. And the reason I have so many night vision potions is because you come up here and you take your potion of night vision, and now you can actually see my townhouse. And yeah, getting the guardians in there was really a snap. Not nearly as much of an adventure as you would expect, but that's eeny, meeny, miny, and Mo's around there somewhere. Hey, Mo! That's their names. I don't know which is which. They all look the same to me. But I had to hit them with a name tag to make them persistent, so those are their names. But yeah, originally, you had to set out red wool. You had red wool, actually. You had red wool defining your space just like this. And that was Puka logging in. He might say hi here. I decided to replace it with what I had.
Hello.
Hello, I'm recording. And what I had was the bricks, because I was mining out the temple to make the Leviathan. Oh my gosh, they got me to say it. I called it a Leviathan, and it took all of 5 minutes before it became the Leviathan, but I've never called it that until now. So I was mining all that out, so I had all these bricks on me, and I'm like, oh, you know what? For my townhouse, why don't I make a scrunched up little water temple? So that's what I did. And then once the farm was complete, I added the guardians and the water and all that. And that was actually a lot of fun. But anyways, back over to the tunnel. So here we are. And yeah, we'll be going down a minecart, and I don't know. It's supposed to be all swirly. You kind of get the swirl, but I don't know. I may have to play with this pattern a bit. Anyways, this will be a minecart track, and oh, right. Anywhere that it's open to the nether, I've used prismarine brick, because prismarine brick is gas proof where concrete is not. And I'm a big stickler for gas proofing, so Oop. Okay, not so good with the rockets. This was confusing as heck to get right when I was trying to dig it out. I mean, now that you look at it, it's just right, but the big trick of the thing is right here, this little reference band. You see, it starts right there, but we continue 2 blocks before the floor starts going up, and this only continues 1 block before the carts start going up. So that's the big secret. It took me like 45 minutes to dig all this out and get all everything straight and square and happy, but yeah, it worked finally. I've still got tons and tons and tons to dig, so I'm probably going to be doing that while I'm off after this episode's done. Next episode, we'll probably start working over at the park itself. But yeah, I had to bring it up because I didn't want just a great big old prismarine thing cutting off that, what do you call it? Tunnel. Sorry, my brain is not working. And then over there is where my portal appeared. So, you know, I've got the waypoint for it. It says 82. I look at my little journey map thingy, and we are at Y82, so this is the right height, and we're happy. But, oh man, that lava is going to be fun. Anyways, I think we are probably running long, and so I suppose I should sign off here and say I will see you all next week. Tune in, and well, actually, I hope I see you all tomorrow. Let me know if there's any games you want me to try. I think tomorrow we will do Dark Souls. I'll go through the whole series, and maybe I'll do Mass Effect after that. And then I was thinking of doing sort of a retrospective. Is there really only one? Huh. It's almost not worth having that there, isn't it? Maybe I was thinking of doing sort of a retrospective where I play all the old Nintendo and Sega games of my past, all my old favorites, and just show you why I loved them. But that's only 3 things. Well, 4 including Minecraft. And I suppose once we get modded Minecraft, that'll be 5. But in the interim, I need something else to put in there. So give me your suggestions, guys. And I will see you next week.